Hey, soccer fans, this is Festus and Kali once again, and we will continue with the review of the Afcon 2022, Cameroon 2022, and we will be starting from Group C. Kali, Group C is an interesting group. Morocco last won this competition in 1976, but they are in good form. They won all their World Cup qualifying and currently in the finals of that will be played, final playoff, and they're actually in good forms. Their players are in top forms. And Ghana has pedigree in this competition. You can't write them off at any point in time. And also in this group, I keep bringing up Gabon. Gabon looks like the dark horses. Aubameyang is rallying around his teammates. And I actually see them doing something in this group. So what do you think and what are your thoughts in this group?
All right, first of all, one of the biggest stories in this tournament, when the draws were made, I wasn't expecting Gabon, or I was not hoping Gabon and Morocco will play in the same, Ghana and Morocco will play in the same group. And that's because they are two of my favorites to win the tournament.
Yep.
Ghana and Morocco. And it's simply because of their history in the tournament. You talked about Ghana. Ghana has a rich history in the African Cup of Nations. The same thing as Morocco. These are the two strongest teams in African football. But then one of the biggest conversations before this tournament has been the possibility of Gabon throwing the spanner in the wheels of some of the workings of the Ghanaian or Moroccan side. Gabon, they largely depend on their goal scorer, their captain, their highest goal scorer, and that's talking about Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. But we know the problems he's been having lately with his club side. Before the problem of being banished to the reserve team, he wasn't scoring. He was going through a bad patch. There have been talks about disciplinary issues and all of that with Aubameyang. So it seems like a man whose head is not in the right place at the right time at this moment. But players like this sometimes, he's a class player. You can never ever write him off. It might just be that he needs this tournament, this competition to get back to the form we all know Aubameyang has. But all that said, I was shocked that Hakim Ziyech was not taken to the Afcon by Morocco because of some disciplinary issues as well. I was very shocked. But I think Ghana will go through in this group. Morocco will go through in this group. Okay. Gabon, maybe best losers or something. But for me, I think Morocco will top the group. Ghana will come second.
Okay, let's go to Group D, the group we are all interested in.
And why is that?
And that is the group where you have the giant of Africa, Nigeria, the biggest giant in terms of this competition, Egypt, Sudan, and Guinea-Bissau. Just like the other groups we mentioned, it looks like Nigeria, Ghana here looks like the clear favorites. I don't see
Nigeria, Egypt.
I don't see Sudan. Nigeria and Egypt actually looks like the clear favorites. I don't see Sudan or Guinea-Bissau actually giving us any form of fight here. But I want to hear your thoughts. What do you think? And also, I need us to mention some of the problems happening in the Eagles camp. I know you have a clear authority of what is happening.
Are there problems happening in the Eagles camp?
Based on good authority. Based on good authority. I know you follow up with the Eagles camp and you know what is happening. So what is happening in terms of the players, and do we now have the last 23-man list? Have they been thrown down? Because we keep hearing 28 and others.
Okay. So we have a squad. That's all I'm going to say.
We have
a squad. We have a squad
okay.
that is ready to play at the Nations Cup.
Okay.
That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to go into the intricacies of the drama around Emmanuel Dennis not showing up, Igalo not being released by his club side, several other players. The point is we have enough players in camp, to do this business. We have the players to, get us to a respectable level at the African Cup of Nations. We're the second most expensive club side. Oh, sorry, forgive me. We're the second most expensive squad at the tournament. So we have no excuse. We have no reason, to not perform well at the Afcon. We've got in this team, we have the likes of Wilfred Ndidi, one of the best players, one of the best DMs in Europe at the moment, is in this side. We have Taiwo Awoniyi in the squad. He's scoring for fun in Germany. He's just, I think, the third highest goal scorer behind Haaland and the Bayern Munich striker. I've forgotten his name at this point. You know, so we have a goal scorer. We have someone who can score goals. The problem with the Super Eagles is in the area of creativity. We've tried Iwobi. We've tried
Nwakali is back.
I'm coming. Just hold on. I'm coming.
I'm excited with Nwakali. I want to see what happens.
We have Iheanacho. We've tried him as a creative midfielder. It hasn't worked. We have Iwobi. Iwobi is a talented guy, but somehow he can't deliver in games. The same thing goes for Joe Aribo. This level is too big for him. Now, Gabon has decided to bring in Kelechi Wakali. Now, Kelechi Wakali, for all the good about him, I'm hoping to God he takes that role and he succeeds in that role. Because I knew the Kelechi Wakali when he was younger, when he was trying to get into the under-17 national team. During that period when they were camping before they went to, they were taken to the World Cup, under-17 World Cup, where he shone like a million stars. I saw a young man who understood what it means to be a creator in chief.
Of course.
But somehow that whistled out. I'm hoping that Iguavon can find a way to bring him back to that place where he understands that your job or your role in the squad is to open up defenses with good passes, not dribbling around. That's one of the biggest mistakes a lot of Nigerian playmakers, no, you are not a JJ Okocha. Not everybody will know how to dribble. You can dribble the entire team, but use the ball well. When you've got to have an eye for the good passes. You've got to have an eye for those intricate passes. Because Nwakali, I think where he lost it was he started thinking he wanted to tailor his style to an Okocha role. You are not Okocha. You are Kelechi Wakali. And I'm praying that he, because I think he's the most creative person we have taken to this Afcon. I'm super happy that he was called up. I'm very, very happy that he's in this squad, and I think he's going to do well. If Iguavon that I know decides not to allow the noises around him disturb him or distract him, I think this team will do well.
So what do you think about Egypt in this tournament?
So Egypt,
the likes of they actually parade an array of stars. What do you think? Where do you see them at the end of this tournament?
Egypt, I don't think will get to the semifinals.
Really?
I don't think Egypt will be in the semifinals. Egypt haven't really in the qualifiers, for instance. I saw the game against away to Kenya, and Kenya gave them a lot of problems. It's a game that everybody expected them to win. They were supposed to boss the game, dominate the game, but that didn't happen. Kenya could have actually hurt them, but thanks to the skills of the experience of players like El Neni and Mohamed Salah that actually dragged them out of losing that game to the point where they got a point in the game against the Comoros as well. The Comoros is a team that Egypt should be beating home and away.
Okay.
But then the Comoros shocked everybody with the kind of football they played in the qualifiers. They only lost one game during the qualifiers, and that was the game away to Egypt. But when Egypt played away to the Comoros, Egypt could not break them down. Egypt tried everything. This Comoros Island, they are very disciplined in defense. They keep a very good line every time they are defending. And the tenacity in their play, in their midfield play, is so beautiful to watch. And you begin to ask yourself, where did they come from? Where did they get that kind of organization from? And it's all about the manager who was installed on the team and he's shaped the team in such a way that they are disciplined, they keep a good shape, they keep a good line, and they are very, very intense in their play. And that's why Comoros, they are one of the teams I'm looking out as dark horses in this tournament. But I think Egypt, I do not think they will get to the semifinals at this tournament, but I think they will qualify from this group alongside Nigeria.
Before we go to Group A, I want to ask you one question still on Nigeria. Do you think JJ Okocha actually created a problem for us in the midfield when he retired? Because we've not been able to replace him in that role.
Yes, and no.
Yes, everybody with what JJ did in the midfield, and that's why I said to get somebody even close, not even half of what he did. So, do you think he created a problem for us?
So that's why I say yes and no. Yes, because he was so skillful, we got used to players playing like him. And we wanted, and after he left, we now want everybody to play like JJ Okocha. Forgetting that before JJ, we had a style.
Yeah.
Now JJ came, he's done his thing. He's left. We need
Yeah.
to look for somebody else,
Exactly.
and not necessarily another JJ. We need to look for another player who can be so good, be a creator, and not dribble the whole world.
Exactly.
You know, so it's a yes and no. My answer is yes and no. But I think the onus is now on the management of Nigerian football, the management of the Super Eagles, to look away from that JJ, the Kanu skills, JJ Silky skills, look away from all of those guys and create something new.
Okay.